Dude, we got the Saudi Arabian politician, Turki Al-Kish. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong or I didn't say it right. I'm sorry. But today we got Saudi Arabia and how they are taking over sports and soon to be taking over YouTube. I believe they're going to be taking over almost anything that generates some type of good amount of money. So sports, gaming, YouTube, streaming services. Yeah, I mean they're already doing it with comedians where they have like a festival for comedians and shit like that. But yeah, Saudi Arabia is almost taking over the United States. They're buying almost everything. They bought the F1 race. They recently bought EA. They took over the boxing. They just made a flag football league, and Tom Brady's gonna be one of their main people. Yeah, they're honestly doing a lot, like a lot in a short amount of time. It's pretty surprising that these guys are buying a lot of things. I wonder how much money they even have to buy this amount of shit. God dang.
3 years ago,
Gotta be worth
nobody
like
heard of this
billions, trillions, because these guys just shit out money like it's nothing. Dude, it's crazy to me.
guy. Now he's gone and bought the entire sport. Who is this guy?
He's Saudi government, close ties to royalty.
Yeah, these guys, I guess they're in a group, and in that group, they're all buying like everything.
Brilliant for the sport.
Hate him or love, a lot.
He has become the face of boxing.
Most influential personality in the last decade. Most influential figure in boxing and MMA.
You're gonna start seeing him more, so it's good. It's a little bit of, that way we can get to know who he is, who he is, because you're gonna see him more. I did see him in the boxing match last time. I forgot who was boxing, but I seen him first row.
DC even named him Man of the Year. Same award they gave to Mandela, Reagan, the Pope.
So, basically just your average success story.
He's just making boxing a better sport right now.
He's centralizing power
Because he's
between
paying more,
MMA,
that's
boxing, and wrestling. No one's ever
He's
done
only
that
making boxing better because he's paid more money to the people. Let's be real.
before. Not at this speed.
I mean, can someone tell me how you get Dana to hold your hand like this?
Dead ass.
I mean, that's real power.
Where does he get his money? And what's his end game? And why is nobody asking these questions?
I know, that's what I say. I'm like, why does nobody haven't made a video on this, like Saudi Arabia taking over sports? I have not seen not one video. I think because they're scared. Yeah, a lot of people are scared, I feel like.
Are, but not without consequences.
أنا موظف.
Turkey's the part of the iceberg that's above the water. You understand?
No. And I'm pretty sure it's pronounced tip of the iceberg, dum-dum.
Okay, ladies, I got the background info. Turns out we were wrong about Turkey. He didn't come from money. Born August 1981 in Saudi Arabia's capital, Riyadh. His parents were working middle class. In his own words, an average family, except for one thing.
What?
Their last name.
Al Sheikh.
Second most powerful family branch of the country.
Allah Sheikh. Oh shit.
Historically linked to the religious elite.
It's like having Vatican as your last name. It carries weight, but not necessarily money.
What does a name get you?
In his case, access to the royal court. Around the early 2000s, he forms a friendship with a royal 4
Smart.
years younger than him. A teenager called Mohammed, the king's
stupid.
nephew.
The king's nephew. You see? Bro,
Prince.
The friendship with the king's nephew.
A teenager in the 2000s, he forms a friendship with a royal 4 years younger than him. A teenager called Mohammed, the king's nephew.
A prince.
Yes, but not
Oh, the
expected
king's
to
nephew.
ever take the throne. Turkey and Mohammed were tight. Played video games, binge-watched wrestling. Turkey would even smuggle a prince out to explore Riyadh.
That sounds risky.
It's called the bromance, Kara.
Turkey graduates from King Fahd Security College in 2001. That's a military school.
قرر أبوي إني أدخل العسكرية وما كنت أعرف عن العسكرية شيء. نتعلم كل انضباط وتعلم كل يعني.
Bachelor's in Security Sciences, certificates in criminology, risk management, general management.
Was he top of class?
Nope. One teacher called him unspectacular, better at making people laugh than doing homework.
بتقول لي كنت شقي
جدا.
شلون يعني شقاوة بأي اتجاه كانت؟
ما أجلس.
I wouldn't still.
وملسون.
I was talkative.
عنادي.
After graduating, he works a series of government jobs. State Security Department, Ministry of Interior, constantly getting promoted.
Being tight with the prince will do that for you.
It's
For
more
real.
than that. Turkey's a trusted asset. His decision-making skills were respected. In 2015, he gets appointed Chief of Security of the Royal Court.
He's in.
You said 2015, right?
Yes.
That's the same year King Abdullah died. Now, power was passed to his younger brother, Salman.
Not to his son.
No, actually, power is passed horizontally in Saudi Arabia.
So power was passed to Muhammad's father.
Exactly, King Salman. But here's the thing. He's 79 at the time and possibly suffering from dementia. So he names his nephew as
No way.
successor.
Damn.
Mohammed bin Nayef, MBN. But that was the expected move.
Look, can we skip the politics? Thought this was about boxing.
2 years later, MBN is summoned by the king. Now, when he walks into this meeting, he's allegedly stripped of his security detail and his phone. He ends up spending the night, and the following morning, he concedes power.
What?
So, a coup.
That
For
depends
sure.
on what TV channel you're watching. The new heir is announced.
Man, that's crazy. Fuck.
Mohammed bin Salman, MBS,
The same Muhammad?
that played video games with Turkey. Bingo. Check out this video. This was recorded the same morning. MBN pledges his allegiance to MBS. Check out the man that's draping him with a black robe.
Holy.
Oh shit. He's giving him power.
Turkey.
So he was part of the machinery that brought MBS to power.
And helped him face what was to come next.
Wait. Aren't these guys bathing in the oil money? What's the problem?
That's the problem. For decades, 90% of Saudi revenue came from oil exports. In 2014, global oil prices crashed. The kingdom realized how fragile its economy actually was.
Too many eggs in one barrel.
If oil goes, everything goes. They needed to diversify the economy ASAP.
تعدين في السياحة في الخدمات في اللوجستيات في الاستثمار إلى آخره فرص ضخمة جدا حتى لو كان ما عندنا مشكلة في الجانب النفطي.
So a panic pivot.
A survival pivot.
What the hell is that? You see, I knew they were listening. We said coup out loud like 5 times, guys.
Nobody touch anything glowing.
All right, guys, there's been a brief.
Not the sponsor.
What
the fuck kind of sponsor is this?
I'll look at what. Me best.
Social unrest. What does this all have to do with boxing?
Ian, play the tape.
Play the tape.
Vision 2030. Saudi
2030.
Arabia is rebrand. The goal? Make Saudi Arabia one of the top 4 entertainment hubs in Asia. Top 10 globally.
How?
How, will you ask? Let me introduce the new head of the General Entertainment Authority, Turkey Alashi.
Oh shit.
Spearheading one of 2030's most important projects.
Riyadh season.
Now, just imagine if
Riyadh season.
Coachella and the Super Bowl had a baby. It would be called
Riyadh season!
It's the festival of all festivals. Turkey launched it in 2019. It takes place every year from October till March. Non-stop.
October to March.
Is Riyadh season only sports?
No, it's music concerts, art installations, gaming,
dang.
movies.
Movies? Hasn't cinema been banned there for like
35 years. Yeah, Turkey lifted the ban.
What?
He's actually producing and writing movies.
That's a big culture
Damn, that's a big culture shift. Dang, they're making movies now before they wouldn't even make. Damn.
shift.
Makes sense. Dubai and Qatar were already years ahead, attracting tourists, media, and investors. Saudi Arabia was bigger, richer, but culturally closed. It missed the wave. Riyadh season is the reboot, repositioning the country as a rising cultural hub after decades of tight control.
لكن سمو الأمير هل نحن نسير بسرعة أكبر مما يجب؟
ولو ما في شيء اسمه السرعه اكثر ما يجب، اذا امامنا اي فرصه سوف نعمل عليها.
الهدف انها تكون هب للسعوديين في المرتبه الاولى ولا التارجت؟ لا احنا بنكون هب حق العالم كله.
لا العالم كله.
Still doesn't explain why he's betting that much on boxing.
Dead ass. I think he just probably likes boxing a lot. Or he wants a Las Vegas hub in Saudi Arabia.
There was a time when boxing was at the top of the food chain. Ali, Leonard, Tyson, global stage, pay-per-view giants. Really the biggest sport in the world at the time. But then it all splintered. No central governing body, too many egos, too many titles, and the fans get champions who never fight each other.
اول شيء ليش الاهتمام في الملاكمه؟
لأن رياضة عالمية ذات شعبية أهملت.
UFC bridged that gap though. One brand, one ladder, a cleaner product.
Yes, but impossible to replicate in boxing.
Boxing is so busted up and fragmented. Has there ever been a business that has existed that's made trillions of dollars? Literally, boxing has brought in trillions of dollars. And at the end of the day, there's nothing there.
Yeah, there's no headquarters.
There's
no,
nothing. You can't build a league like that. You can't build a sport.
That's true. You need somebody that's gonna take charge and be like Dana, like a commissioner, and say like, oh, this is the rules, this is what we go by, blah 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 blah. This is like a boxing professional place. I don't know, whatever the fuck. They need to make something for the boxing. Yeah, they do. That's crazy.
But for someone with unlimited funds, a broken system isn't a deterrent. It's an opportunity.
Professional boxing.
You start your own league, sign the biggest names, and you potentially own the next.
It's true. You start your own league. You sign the biggest boxing names.
NFL, all based in Riyadh.
Still too hard to pull off.
He's done it before, though.
When?
2019, he bought Almeria.
The Spanish soccer team?
Oh, no,
Yep, a struggling club stuck in the lower leagues. Turkey overhauled the whole thing, modernized the stadium, fired 5 coaches in 2 seasons, basically turned the team into the city's main attraction. By 2022, they were champions of the Segunda Division. Promoted, promise fulfilled.
W.
So he's like real life Ted Lasso.
راضي على تجربتك في المياه؟
God, that ass.
تأكيد إني راضي. أكيد مو طموحي. يعني أنا أبغى.
Unleash the power of precision with
I didn't even know he was
Diablo's Wood Demon Ultimate.
I didn't even know he owned a soccer team, but of course he did.
Nobody in the history of the sport has invested more money in boxing in such a short amount of time than Turkey has.
The last year, he's been making fights that couldn't be made.
He's actually doing it, like a kid in a candy store. He's doing it.
We're witnessing a reincarnation of boxing.
Boxing is alive again.
We are blessed to have Turkey Al-Sheikh here with us.
He's a visionary when it comes to the sport.
It's all too easy. There's got to be something else hiding behind the headlines.
Well, there's the prison.
The prison?
Cut. All right, we're gonna leave this part out of the script, guys.
Cut.
Okay, so we're gonna go straight to Dana's scene.
Why?
There's just thought to house about 5,000.
Too risky. Not worth it. Makeup?
Do you mean
there's a group of people called,
legally?
I mean legally, politically, business-wise.
Is it because we talked about the tutu wing?
We're not gonna talk about that. That's what I'm trying to say.
Wait, shouldn't we cover both sides? The good and the bad?
I mean, it's a pretty big deal having, you know, a whole prison.
Saying that.
The production team's like, bro, chill.
All right? We're not gonna talk about that, okay? There's only one article that made these allegations. We don't know.
Still, it's the New York Times.
It's
All just propaganda.
Listen, guys, this is an MMA channel. If you want geopolitics, pitch it to Johnny Harris, all right?
Wait, I thought you were Johnny Harris.
Ha!
Yo, tu filmes encore? J'ai dit cut!
Ouais, c'est bon. Doesn't it bother you? The control of the narrative? I mean, every article tries to make it a point that he's a writer and a poet. Why is
Because
that?
he is a writer and a poet.
Why are you going along with this?
You know why. You know why.
I don't know if you got that by now, right? He's the most powerful man in the industry.
Mm-hmm. He's the most influential.
Not only that, people love him because he makes fights.
Give him bread and circuses and they'll never revolt.
So you're pushing propaganda just like everyone else. Are we okay with that, Alexa?
I don't care. I'm just hungry. Let's wrap this.
All right, well, this. I'm out. I'm doing this.
No, come on, Will.
You're not afraid of Turkey, dude. You're afraid of losing subscribers.
So, not subscribe. Please.
Okay, we're gonna go straight to scene 8, 2024. Huge fights. All right, back to your spot.
Fine.
Hurry,
Back
let's
to
go.
your spot.
Huge fights like the sport has never seen, all because of one man, Turki Al-Sheikh. He's the man who saved boxing,
Oh, that's how you
guys.
say his name. Turki Al-Sheikh.
All right, so I want smiles, enthusiasm. We're grateful that he exists. All right? Frame on Martin. Frame on Martin. Look lively, people. Okay, Martin? So, what's next?
What's next?
Martin, wait till I say action. Don't smile now.
Aegis Boxing magazine bought it for around $10 million end of 2024.
But editorial remains fully independent.
Oh, of course.
In 2025, he partners up with TKO, that's UFC and WWE. They launch a new boxing league.
And basically, I'm going to run and manage the business for them.
This man built franchise from scratch. We will success.
There has never been a group that has come into any combat sports with this power and this kind of money behind it. Boxing as we know it is going to change.
We are looking at potentially a golden age of boxing.
You know, everybody talked about saving boxing for a long time. Turkey might just be the guy to pull it off.
He's definitely visionary.
A mastermind.
A Nikon in the making.
Yeah.
And?
I mean, I guess, but it's just crazy how they're taking over everything. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, because, you know, they haven't done anything to ruin any sports or anything, but it's just crazy to me. And they took over Concord Esports. I mean, they did this 5 months ago.
On August the 25th in 2024, the winners of the Esports World Cup were handed their trophy on stage at a glitzy, star-studded ceremony in Riyadh. The winners were Team Falcons, a Saudi team that had run away with the title, and beaten Team Liquid, arguably the most successful and lucrative team in the world of esports. And among the celebrities in attendance, there was
I really don't know who they are.
one surprise appearance. On stage, the winners were being handed their trophy by Mohammed bin Salman, the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. Now, MBS is judicious with the events that he publicly attends, but the Esports World Cup was close to his heart for two reasons. Firstly, while Saudi Arabia has invested billions of dollars into the Saudi Pro League, given Rafael Nadal $750 million to become a tennis ambassador, and spent $5 billion already on the breakaway Live Golf League, to the surprise of many, all of those investments pale in comparison to the money they've pumped into esports. And the second reason is that MBS, as it turns out, is a massive gamer.
Bro loves the games.
MBS has led the reforms that revolutionized his country in less than a decade, turning Saudi Arabia from an austere and secretive place into one that was, on the surface, open for business and visitors. But that openness, which included greater rights for women, had been accompanied by a crackdown on political rights and on any criticism, which could lead to decades in prison for an errant tweet, or in the case of dissident journalist Jamal Khashoggi, murder. This was the trade-off: tacit obedience in exchange for events like the Esports World Cup, its trophy-winning ceremony, and the pop concert that would follow it. And sport has been Saudi Arabia's forward operating base for social and economic reform. At the start of 2021, Saudi Arabia made its move into esports by establishing the Savi Games Group, an esports and gaming investment arm of the Public Investment Fund, the sovereign wealth fund that, amongst other investments, owns 80% of Newcastle United. The Newcastle deal set the PIF back nearly $400 million.
Damn.
In comparison to Saudi Arabia's investment in gaming and esports, that was just a drop in the bucket.
Yeah.
Through Savi, the PIF was committed to $38 billion worth of investments in the industry, more than 7 times its investment in Live Golf. And Savi went on a spending spree.
And I think he just recently, I don't know who, but I don't know if it was the same dude. Jared Kushner, Saudi Arabia more backers to buy EA and a $55 billion. This shit is crazy.
The PIF funded the purchase of over 8% Nintendo and big stakes in game developers like EA, Take-Two, and Embracer. They bought esports leagues, game IP, and teams, and now controlled 40% of esports market share. So far, Savi had spent $20 billion acquiring developers and shares in other companies in line with MBS's Vision 2030 project, his plan to reorientate the Saudi economy away from its near-total reliance on oil. Now, the aim was to create 39,000 well-paid Saudi jobs in 250 newly created game developers, adding $13 billion to the country's GDP by 2030. Separately, there was also Qiddiya, the $40 billion state-of-the-art entertainment megaproject with a dedicated esports district due to open in 2027. When MBS was interviewed by Fox News' Brett Baer in 2023, he was asked what he did to relax. "Computer games," he replied, before explaining how big the market was. Esports is one of the most important things happening globally. It was one of the most growing industries on the planet. It grows by 30% every year. So the return on PIF investment every year is 15 to 25% profit. So it's really amazing, and we don't want to miss that. It is beating Hollywood today. Stream Hatchet's most recent trend report found that gaming and esports streaming had reached 32.5 billion hours the previous year. Millions watch esports around the world, and competitive gaming is lucrative for the very best. Top Counter-Strike 2 players can earn $40,000 a month in prize money and endorsements, and are celebrities in their own right. Saudi Arabia could see the potential, and offered to bankroll and host the first Esports World Cup. And fabulous prizes were on offer, including an unprecedented $60 million total.
Nah, bro, they're just throwing money.
Pop. But of course, attracting teams, players, and streamers to attend was an issue. You see, gaming has a large LGBTQ fan base. A 2024 survey commissioned by gay rights advocacy group GLAAD found that 17% of gamers identify as LGBTQ. And when Saudi Arabia had tried to get involved in gaming in the past, it hadn't always gone down well. When the controversial $1 trillion giga project Neom announced a lucrative tie-in with a League of Legends tournament, there was an uproar in the gaming community. Amid threats of player boycotts over Saudi Arabia's poor record in gay rights, where homosexuality remains illegal, League of Legends publisher Riot Games cancelled the deal within 24 hours and apologised to its fans. But this time, they had a different plan. If the tournament was to be a success, the very best teams needed to attend. And so, Team Liquid's co-CEO, Steve Aronset, was invited to Saudi Arabia to meet in MBS's palace, and had a chance to play MBS's favourite game in his own private gaming lounge, League of Legends. I was really compelled by the fact that, he plays video games. He loves it. He enjoys it. It's a hobby, said Aronset. And it's kind of interesting when you think about it. Like me, this young gay kid from Leesburg, Virginia, growing up lower middle class, it ends up being this language that you can converse in. Aronset was conflicted about playing in Saudi Arabia, but after gaming with MBS and some negotiation over the following weeks, he was told that Team Liquid's players would be allowed to wear rainbow flag logos throughout the Esports World Cup. "I'm not suggesting video games alone can save the world," he wrote on X, announcing the decision for Team Liquid to play in the Esports World Cup. "I maintain a belief in the transformative potential of gaming and sports." Now, there was some muted criticism of Saudi Arabia's games washing, but the first Esports World Cup was considered a roaring success. Planning for 2025's edition is well underway. Chess was added to the roster of games, with Magnus Carlsen signed up as an ambassador. And the International Olympic Committee announced that in the summer of 2025, the first officially sanctioned esports Olympics would be hosted in Riyadh. "We are a youthful nation with over 23 million gamers," said Prince Abdulaziz bin Turki Al Faisal, the Saudi Minister of Sport. "Our kingdom has become a global hub for professional esports. This is a natural next step." So far, Saudi Arabia's biggest, but least understood, sports bet seems to be paying off.
If you like this video, please...
I mean, they're not stupid, so they know what they're doing. They're not just...
Bye, have a great time.